Hi there, and welcome back to Rupert's Bar Chat, where you come into the bar and we have a chat about a specific subject that is probably common to all of us in the world of change, projects and programs. So the bar chat that I want to focus on today is how do we deal with the JFDI sponsor? So there's an awful lot of them out there. I reckon, roughly, having spent 30 years dealing with lots of different sponsors in different environments, I reckon roughly 6 out of 8 sponsors are really just get on with it. I want it tomorrow. Not interested in the planning piece. Why do we need all of that? Let's just crack on with it. So this JFDI culture. And it's a tough one, because if you're used to process and methodology and doing things properly in a project environment, it's not going to go down that well with someone who comes from a very JFDI perspective. I had a client not that long ago who I went in and saw, who told me that she had been presented with a program charter for the program, and she went ballistic. She was very senior. She was on the board of a very large business in the UK, and she went ballistic. I don't need a program charter. I don't need all of that. Why can't we just get on with it? Why do we need to do all this stuff? And part of the problem was the language. So just the very term program charter sounds heavy, administrative, bureaucratic, laborious, slow, and therefore wasn't playing into her way of thinking as a JFDI sponsor at all. So my bar tip for the day would be, where you do have a JFDI sponsor, you have to adapt. You've got to adapt to their language, their way of doing things. In that situation, it would have been far better to call it a program startup document or something that plays into speed and accelerating and faster, and get away from the program language. She's not interested, she's not going to respond to it, so you're not going to get her on your side. It's really important that you have her working with you in partnership as a sponsor, and if you're going to do that, you've got to align with the way he or she operates. In her case, she's not someone you send a detailed report to. You sit down with her and have a coffee, 20 minutes, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday, have a coffee with her and tell her where things are and how things are going. You don't talk about detailed planning. You present her with a high-level plan that shows her when things are going to happen and how quickly benefits are going to be realized. And you just adapt your whole way of working to suit your sponsor and to work with your sponsor and get the best out of them. That's my bar tip for the day. So just to sort of remind you, I have a LinkedIn profile. You're very welcome to contact me on LinkedIn if you're trying to face or struggle with a certain issue within your portfolio, your program, your project, whatever it might be. By all means, send me a note. We can either have a chat or whatever, but I'll do my best to provide a soundboard on a different perspective, maybe on how you might face the particular challenge you've got. All the very best.